What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Multiversal Omnibus, a single issue today. Just Chris Schisler here, me, myself, and I. And I want to talk to you about why you should go see Shazam Fury of the Gods. Now, with this episode, I am trying something new. I'm just using my Bluetooth headphones and my phone for a more intimate feel, see if it works. I might just go back to the laptop method for the single issues. But with the single issues, I kind of like to have it more of this just talking to you directly feel than if it's a laptop sitting on my desk. And, I want to feel a little more like I'm talking to you directly. So we'll see how this works. Really excited about experimenting with stuff like that. There's a lot of things I need to start working on when it comes to the show. Of course, it's NFL free agency, little Mar thing going on. So I got my purple and black on, but we're going to talk nerd stuff today. That's not what we do on this show. We're not going to talk Ravens football. For more of that, you can follow my stuff at Russell Street Report. Shameless plug in my. If you want to see my football taste, go to Football Man 58. But let's get into the meat of the show, the thing that we need to get talking about. Why you need to go see Shazam Fury of the Gods. First off, I'm tired of the reasons for people not to see Shazam Fury of the Gods. If you're saying, oh, well, it won't be connected to the new DCU and there's really no point to it, well, I think you're setting up a self-fulfilling prophecy. I think you're setting up a self-fulfilling prophecy because if Shazam Fury of the Gods does well in the box office, James Gunn might take note of it and say, we need more Shazam in the DCU. If you enjoy Shazam, if you enjoy what we're seeing with the first one and what we're about to see, I'm going to see Shazam Fury of the Gods tomorrow, first viewing that's available to me in my theater. I can't wait for it. I'm super excited for it. I have an alarm going off, get that off. So it takes like 15 alarms for me to wake up. All right, guys. Anyway, I really love Shazam #1. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it had heart. I think it's a movie that needs your support. And this idea that you're not going to watch it because it won't connect to the DCU that James Gunn and Peter Safran are building, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You're assuring, by not caring about this movie, you are assuring that Shazam goes away. James Gunn has already said this is basically a soft reboot. They're doing things where they're leaving things open. Shazam can be part of the DCU moving forward. So let's not act as if it's all said and done. Bye-bye, see you later, Shazam. These movies might not connect to anything down the line, and they definitely have no connective tissue to the DCU as of now. But the idea that you shouldn't see it because it doesn't matter for the DCU moving forward, that's such a problematic argument. It's coming from the same people who are tired of the homework problem for Marvel. They're tired of having to see everything to watch Marvel movies, and they're tired of everything in Marvel being a commercial for the next movie. It's the antithesis. It's the exact opposite problem. So I understand connected universes are important, and the DCEU is dead, and the DCU is going to be born. I understand that, but I think that's a lazy reason not to go see the movie. If you have interest in Shazam, Fury of the Gods, you should see the movie. If you don't have interest in it, that's fine. You're more than able to see. If the first one didn't jam with you, it didn't jive with you, you are well within your right to not see the movie. But if you want to see the movie, but you're like, I don't know, I'll wait for it because it doesn't really matter, that's lazy thinking, and it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's assuring that Shazam, Fury of the Gods, won't mean anything for the future of DC movies. So, supporting this movie, if you like Shazam and what you got with the first one, very important thing to do. Secondly, you should make your own opinion on things. You shouldn't wait for reviews to say, oh, this movie was horrible, I'm not going to see it, or oh, this was the greatest movie ever. Because there's a lot of movies that I think the reviews just missed the mark. Either way, So go in there, see what you think right there. I'm a big believer in David F. Sandberg. I think he's a great director. I think he's an awesome guy. And I'm super excited to see what he does with the direction of this movie. You know, I heard the budget was about $100 million, maybe 125 million. I've seen also, but this movie, from what we've seen of it so far, looks like it's more than that. It looks more than that. So if I think there are lessons to be learned cinematically in how to make a movie responsibly. I think Shazam: Fury of the Gods, they haven't marketed it very well, and that's another reason to go see it. That's another reason to go see it. DC put all their marketing money into the Flash. They put all their marketing money into the Flash. So we had stale posters. You had trailers that really never really got people going. That I was going to see the movie anyway. It was hook, line, and sinker for me. I was there, but it didn't get the general audience needle move. So I think word of mouth is going to be so vitally important. So if you're a guy who's going to go see this, go see it early and then talk about it and get some buzz going. Because I think word of mouth is the only way this movie is going to do it. This needs to be a grassroots kind of support system for this movie. Because I'm telling you what, DC isn't putting their eggs in the basket of Shazam: Fury of the Gods. They made the movie. They want to make as much money as they can off the movie, but they're not invested in the movie. This isn't their bread and butter movie. Everything is about the Flash and the DCU moving forward, the resetting point of the Flash and the DCU moving forward. So I understand if you say, oh, well, this movie doesn't matter. This movie doesn't matter. But I'm telling you, if you like something, you should support it. You should support it. Another reason I don't like people saying, "Oh, I'm not going to see this," is because of the Zachary Levi thing. I'm very able to separate the art from the artist. I'm very able to do that. I'm going to see The Flash in theaters this summer, and Ezra Miller. They have done some problematic things, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to watch them in The Flash. I really am enjoying the hype for DC and the DCU, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to watch the last ending chapters of the DCEU, because as a DC fan, it means a lot to me that these movies get a proper send off. And we don't know if Shazam will be part of the DCU moving forward. There's a possibility of it. There is a absolute possibility that Shazam could be on a Justice League roster moving forward. So you just have to go into this like, if you're a fan, support it. If you're a fan, support it. I'm telling you. And here's the other thing. Here's the other thing. This idea that Zachary Levi's anti-vaccine thing, I think it was just a misunderstood tweet. He basically followed it up with, well, big pharma is a problem and they overcharge for vital medications and insulin and stuff like that. So I think his attack versus Pfizer wasn't necessarily an attack against the COVID-19 vaccine, but it got taken that way, and it was a misstep for him on social media. Fine. But what does that have to do with the movie? What does it have to do with the movie? I think Zachary Levi can be a little preachy sometimes. I think Zachary Levi is a great actor, though, and I think I think he's genuinely funny and charming as Shazam. I like the idea of, I think the actor Asher Angel and Zachary Levi do a good job together as the younger version of the character and the Shazam version of the character. Of Billy Batson. I really enjoy what they're doing, and I can't wait for more Shazam family. I almost said Flash. More Shazam family. I'm super excited about it. I can't wait for the Flash movie, but that doesn't mean I don't get to enjoy DC before that happens. So, guys, really, really support Shazam: Fury of the Gods. Warner Brothers Discovery isn't doing it. We, the fans, have to be able to support this movie Go out and see it. I'm seeing it the first chance I get on Thursday. Bought my ticket a week ago. Really excited about it. Can't wait to see the movie. And I will reserve judgment. I will reserve judgment for it until I see the movie. But I will not temper my I will not temper my excitement for it because I've kind of enjoyed the ride of this movie. This is a movie that if you that hasn't been pushed very hard. So if you were into it, you kind of had to seek it out. You kind of had to. So you had actively, if you've been following this movie, you've been actively following this movie. So I enjoy the ride before a movie. I want to enjoy the ride after the movie, one way or the other. I highly encourage you to go see Shazam: Fury of the Gods if you're interested. If you're not interested, that's fine. But do not tell me that you're not going to see it because of Zachary Levi's tweet. Do not tell me you're not going to see it because it doesn't matter for the DCU moving forward. And do not tell me you're not going to see it because you just are done with the DCEU and you're going to come back to the DCU because more interest in the DC movies now helps the DC movies later. If you're like, wake me up when Superman Legacy starts, the buzz starts now. The buzz starts now. We have a chance to get the cinematic universe we've always wanted, and the buzz starts now. So that's where I'm at with it. That's where I'm at with everything. Go see Shazam: Fury of the Gods, and my next recording will be my review of the movie. Can't wait. Super excited. See you guys. Support this film.